Praise the Lord Jesus Christ, ladies and gentlemen. Today I have for you a verse of the night, and tonight's verse of the night is in Psalm 55, verse 5. I'll give you guys a few seconds to get there. And I pray that everyone has been having a good day thus far. And I pray that things are, going the way that they are intended, whether it looks good or looks bad. With that being said, Psalm 55, verse 5. Fearfulness and trembling are come upon me, and horror hath overwhelmed me. Now, I'm going to be honest with all these psalms have some sort of emotion that is being evoked, from the psalmist, and in this case being David. And fearfulness and trembling are come upon me. To be honest, we all have points in our lives, and I feel like I'm beating a dead horse when I'm saying this, but I know we have points in our lives that feel like that we're cornered. And we feel as if there's no way out, and we think there's no way out of it. But 1 Corinthians 10 and 13 tells us that there is no temptation that is such as common to man, that the Lord does not give us beyond what we can handle, but instead gives us a way out. It wasn't verbatim, but the overall message of that is that the temptations that we go through, the battles that we go through, are pushing us to where we need to have God. We need God, because without God, we won't be able to get through them. Temptation is not easy for us to get through, and so when we are feeling cornered, that should make it even easier for us to cling on to God. And to be honest, we do not always do that, because again, we are people, we are human, we are not always going to do that. Sometimes we are hard learners, or stubborn learners, in other words. And so we allow these things to overcome us, and it can cause a lot of strife in our lives, slowly but surely, unless we let it end there. Sometimes it is just a matter of letting it end and letting it die there where it stands. Yeah, some things we can't fight because the Lord wants us to let Him deal with it, let Him fight with it. Something such as this, it sounds as if that David has to let the Lord fight this on his behalf. The Lord fights on our behalf more often than we realize. Even before we get saved, there are instances where God is present and God is there protecting us and taking us out of stuff. I've had more than a couple of situations where things could have gone very wrong, but they didn't. And as I said, when I say very wrong, I mean like severity or lethal. Like I've had those situations before. And so I am not one to say that I'm going to be the one to say that it's never going to be easy. Realistically, it doesn't matter how much money you have, it doesn't matter how many things you have. Life will never be easy. It is just the matter of being built up for those things that come up. Because right now, I might not be built to have a lot of money. I might not be built up to have like $1 million or a big house, stuff like that right now. Later on in life, more than likely, I believe it. But as of right now, I'm being prepared for such things. Just hypothetically, even with music and writing, I'm being built up to go into those things. And so, with that being said, fearfulness and trembling are come upon me, and horror hath overwhelmed me. If we let these things come upon us and just corner us, and we're gonna have moments that it will always feel like that. It will always feel like as if we're overwhelmed. We're always gonna get moments like that. I'm gonna be honest, because again, we're people, but we have the Lord to get us out of it and to help us get through it. And so, with that being said, I pray that you guys got something out of this, and I pray that you guys have a good rest of your night. I love y'all. God bless.